How's it going, guys? This is Coach Derek, and it's your boy Manny. You want to remind me?
And I'm sure here's some people all the
All right, cool, man.
Oh, look at this hardware, man. SBA, got the Latin American champion showing it for the camera.
They got some trainers say, and some fighters say, well, I don't watch videos of the guy fighting. I let the coach watch it. This, wait, man.
Guys, one thing we know for sure about Wilder, you know, he hit you clean. Right. And this woman whooped the whole world twice. The whole world.
All right, bro. We live like a motherfucker.
Yo.
D-Lo. We got Coach Rene from Legions. We got Coach / Manager Doc Brown. And I just learned he really ain't called Doc, but I ain't fucking know that. That's all I ever knowed him by. And then we got my man, bro, who been riding with us in the podcast since like episode fucking 3 or something. D'Angelo Keys. What's going on, fellas?
What up, though?
Hey, man, I reached out. I said, man, let me holler at D'Angelo, man. We came up short in the fight Saturday, but I was privy enough to call the fight, commentating, and we had a good old time. The show was first class. It was the first time I seen a co-promotion between, I guess you would say, the two biggest local promoters, right? That's fair to say, huh?
That's probably right.
Yeah, they pack them in, man. And main event Saturday night was my man, D'Angelo King Keys versus Erison Garcia for the NABF super featherweight title. I got the whole squad in here now, so let's run it, man. How was we prepared? Were we not prepared? I don't know nothing. I don't know shit. I just was watching the fight. So,
well, we had a successful camp, man. I mean, the camp went really, really well. The sparring partners were outstanding. The training was great. I would have to say that, man, the camp went better than we expected. D'Angelo came to fight, and he was he would have to concur, but I believe that as long as I've been knowing him, even in the amateur days, probably the best shape of his life.
I want to say when he got in that ring, bro, and came out his shit. I said it on the mic. I said, boy, that fucking D'Angelo look like an action figure, man. God damn, he's ready to fight.
Yeah.
I said it on the mic, man. I can see it. Not that he ain't never in shape, but I could see he took this shit serious and got in immaculate condition physically. It was noticeable to me, having a history with you guys. I could tell he done put the fucking work in, man.
We work.
Yeah, that was
3 times a day, 6 weeks.
Now, I do know before the fight, because I think Doc told me that y'all took him up north, man. Y'all went to Detroit, right, for camp?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where Doc's from, right? Michigan.
That is correct. We trained in Tony Superbad Harrison's gym. I kind of come up with his father.
I'm a big fan of that dude, man.
His father passed away, unfortunately, man. He was a really, really cool brother. They do so much for the community there. It's unbelievable, man. And they welcomed us with open arms, and they really set it out for us. And we really, really, truly felt like we were at home too. What do you think, D'Angelo? How did they treat you?
Yeah, I had one of the best camps I've ever had out there. Like you said, we was working. They put us up on everything they did. They invited us and everything, so I felt real welcome. And then just getting that, that great work, that great sparring every day, that really helped push me too, because they do a lot of things different over there. you know, just as preparing for a 10-round fight compared to maybe a 4 or 6 round fight.
I'm a man, I can't tell you, I'm a huge fan of that kid, Tony Harrison, man. So I think personally, my personal opinion, I've never met him, right? I think he's one of the more educated fighters active today. And I don't know if that comes from his, solely from his father. I don't know, because I don't know his background outside of just being from the boxing territory, right? Of Michigan, but Detroit. And I'm a big fan, man. And that's another thing I knew about y'all. I was going up there fucking with Super Bad, man. I said, man, these boys is taking this shit serious, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So did they have a lot of southpaws to work with? Was boys switching for you so you could get ready, or what?
Yeah, they actually had a lot of the dudes over there with Southpaw, so I didn't have any problem getting any good work.
Nice. Doc, was the camp everything you was planning for? Was it going the way we wanted, or what?
Everything went as planned, and whatever we didn't have, we created. From cooking ourselves to having other people cook for us, the food, the training. Keep in mind, Coach Rene, he's a Marine, so I'm Army, so we're used to a lot of the physical training and stuff like that. Anyway, we were getting up early in the morning. What were you getting ready to say? Go ahead and take it, Rene. 3 times a day, the whole 9 yards. Go on, give them the rundown on how we worked it.
Oh yeah, man. We got up at 5:30 in the morning. Went out there, hit that track. Noon we was in the gym doing boxing and sparring and doing whatever we had to do, mitts. And then guys got some sleep at 8 o'clock at night. We back doing physical training. And man, these guys worked and they worked hard, And D'Angelo was there, And we did that every day.
How long were y'all up there, man?
6 weeks.
About 5 to 6 weeks.
Oh, the whole camp. Y'all went up there for the camp. Y'all was up there.
Yeah, we was down there. Everybody sacrificed. Everybody went out there. So the conditioning was no question. The boxing, we had everybody that was sparring with him was southpaw, and they had some tough work. So it was good. Great camp.
Nice. What was the D-Lo? What was the biggest difference that you did for this camp as opposed to your previous camps? What was the biggest noticeable difference for you?
The noticeable difference was, just taking it all the way seriously, having to, sacrifice a lot of things, and then it puts you really in touch with, you're making it your job. So when you're working out 3 times a day, it made me real confident in my conditioning and everything like that, that I wouldn't get tired or anything like that. So as in camp wise, we did a lot of things different. We switched up training from night to, like I said, midday. We got a nice long run in or some sprints in the morning, and then we got our strength and conditioning as well at night. So we was always doing something, whether I wanted to or didn't want to. We was always doing something. So it really put me in the best shape of my life. So that was a
Now,
big difference.
every guy leading up to that bell sitting there has anxieties and stuff, and y'all run through your Rolodex of what I didn't do. Man, how did you feel sitting in that ring waiting for that bell? Did you feel outside of the excitement, regular nerves? Did you feel like, nah, I'm ready, man? You didn't, or did you feel like, I could have did this better or not better? Unconsciously is what I'm asking you.
Coming into the fight, I was 100% confident in my training, so I didn't have a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I got during the fight, I thought I had to switch it up a little bit, and which was, I think, was a mistake. But I started trying to box a lot, and get in, get hit, but not have to get too close where we just get broken up or something. So I try to switch it like that. Watching the fight, I see that was a mistake, and it kind of made me go too slow, waiting on him and trying too much to land the perfect shot instead of going in and cutting them off more and just throwing something to get them tired.
What was the catalyst? Because from the outside of the ring, I'm gonna be honest with you. The way you came out, aggressive. You because before the knockdown, to me, you started waiting and made that adjustment like you wanted to box more when I thought the pressure was working to me on the outside of the ring. And when I seen you I'm not even gonna say you took off. I'm gonna just say you changed tactics, like you wanted to box a little bit. And I said, oh, no,
Yeah.
man. I'm thinking to myself, no, man, don't get this motherfucker space, man. But
Yeah,
hey,
watching that, I feel the same thing. I feel like
okay.
I was boxing good, but after when I was moving my head and stuff, I wasn't coming back with anything. So it looked like just a lot of moving
Was he
and
doing
stuff
something?
like that.
Was he doing something that
No,
made you uncomfortable to switch like that, or was just what made you think?
no, he is good. He's very crafty,
Mhm.
and when he does hit, he knows how to place your shots. So I didn't want to walk in and get hit recklessly,
I think
So
I think the knockdown punch was like one of them though. Was like a awkward ass, just silly ass punch that you was standing
yeah.
right. Yeah, you got hit with the one you was trying not to get hit with, man. In the
Well,
exchange,
no, the thing is, I didn't see it coming.
right? That motherfucker was like,
I thought we were about to get in a hold or something, and I watching it. I looked like I braced for that, and next thing you know, I got hit, and I was like, what the heck? What's
watching
going
this,
on?
watching this kid, bro, for the last couple fights, and even commentating on a couple. Once he finds his groove, bro, he's slick as snake shit, bro. That motherfucker slick now. He is awkward and slick once he finds that groove. But I thought you wasn't
Right.
letting him groove early with that
Exactly.
aggressive
Yeah.
shit. With that aggressive shit, he wasn't even finding. He was too busy trying to back away from you. But again,
Right.
I don't know how y'all prepare what you prepare for. But as an analyst, that's what I was seeing. And I
And,
thought it wasn't wise to start waiting. It wasn't
and I
wise to
tell you
start
what,
waiting.
and D'Angelo didn't even put half the pressure, or maybe he put half the pressure that D'Angelo was putting pressure on the Detroit dudes. He didn't put. He really, even when he started, D'Angelo didn't mash on him how he was supposed to mash on him. You know what I mean? We were just keep that pressure. That was the game plan, but it just didn't work out that way, But the game plan was just mash on his ass,
What do you think, D'Angelo, after you watched the fight and analyzed it? Because I already had my own thought process, but what do you think actually took you out of your rhythm? What do you think changed the game plan? Because the game plan you knew was now we know you can box. We know that you've been working on boxing for the past 5 fights. That you change your tactic to where you actually started boxing a lot better from the first loss. That's when I kind of changed. Said, you always coming straight in, so let's pick up our boxing skill. But in this particular fight, we didn't train for that. We trained for you to get in there and bang him up out of there. What do you think happened, man?
So what I could say, what I think happened on my end, I definitely think I should have started going 10 rounds sooner because that was my first 10 rounds, and I feel like I had a lot of gas in the tank still. So by the time the fight was over, and then watching it, I felt like wow, I could go another 4 or 5 rounds. This is crazy,
That's
and
what that
I just
waiting
had
does. That's what that waiting does.
right,
At the end of the fight, you be like, oh fuck. Yeah, man, you got
right,
prepared for 10 rounds, bro.
Yeah.
In fact, and here's your coaches. but I'm a coach. Let me throw my little fucking 2 cents, right? In fact, when you get clipped, which happens, everybody can get clipped, right? Now you don't have 10 rounds in you. Traditionally, you need to go harder once you get your wits about you, because now you don't know if you got the 10, right? So the waiting, I'm sure at the end of that fight, you felt like, oh fuck, I ran out of time. That's natural though, from when you, especially you an action fighter. You an action fighter.
You want you to hold on? No, that's okay.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the. I definitely paced myself a lot more than I usually do, and I think it's coming somewhere in between. Me just getting the experience and not having as many amateur fights or as time to figure it out in a sense. But fighting 10 rounds for the first time is nothing like 4 rounds. You can halfway train, halfway nothing, and still pull out a decent 4 rounds. But to go 10 rounds and be mentally sharp the whole time and be physically sharp, where none of your muscles are getting tired, all you can do is think and play a chess match. And
Rene.
so
Oh, my bad. I thought you was finished. Go ahead.
yeah, I feel like he was a good chess match player though. I think that's what threw it off a little bit, and it forced me to think a lot more than I'd usually have to.
Rene.
Yeah.
When I first met D-Lo and Doc, Doc was, if I'm not mistaken, Doc was head trainer and training him. It was in charge of all that. How long had you been training D-Lo now? How many fights? How much time?
Man, it's been a while. What is it, Doc? Maybe last.
I would say 6 months to a year. Easy.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Me and Doc always talk and get together, and he's real busy, but he'll come in and we work on things and we'll talk about things. But I've been working with him, trying to get him on that bag leg a little bit, so he can see the stuff coming. Not getting caught with shit. He was slipping. He was back there. He was doing a lot of the right stuff, man. But D-Lo, he's gone 8 rounds, but he's never actually gone 8 rounds. He fought 8 rounds, but he either finishes off the guys quick, So that first 10 rounds, I think it was more of a mental thing for him. Can I do it? Even though he really knew he could. And then afterwards, he says, damn, man, I still got half a tank. And then, but because we were there, training camp was there, but he's never done it before. So I think that was a real expensive lesson.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Hindsight's 20/20, bro. It's easy to say that now, but in the midst of the fight,
right?
You're dealing with pressure. You're dealing with a slick fighter. You're dealing with Then we walked into one. You're dealing with that shit, making sure your shit straight so you can come out and bang out some more. It's a lot of shit going on in these fights, man. So it's imperative. And listen, I think what doesn't get said more often than not, especially by technical trainers, I consider myself a technical trainer, right? I think it don't get said enough. But even that, it's gonna be some shit on the fly, bro. We gonna constantly have to adjust, because we're not in control of this other motherfucker, right?
Hey, Derek, I'm gonna tell you what we're not really talking about is the elephant in the room, man. We got to give Garcia credit, man.
Fuck! I thought I gave him enough credit on the fucking commentary, bro. I wasn't shitting on that boy.
He didn't stand there and let D-Lo bang on him. His ass was moving. He was moving, boxing.
He was slick.
He was putting on a performance for the audience. You know what I'm saying? He was a showman. And that's something that Rene and I discussed with D'Angelo. We said, hey, man, part of this boxing is, you have to be a showman. You have to impress the judges. You have to, if 2 people aren't doing anything, which, a lot of times, they had a lot of time off. He looked like he was winning the damn fight, even though he wasn't doing shit either. But at least he knows how to work the crowd. He knows how to work the judges. And you know, let's give him some credit because that guy actually, you know, he didn't stand there and bang it out with D'Angelo. And of course, you know, I have to mention, you know, that the referee kind of, you know, didn't play along with our plans either. You know, we were hoping that you know, that he got a chance to, because a lot of the sparring and a lot of the training, we were like, okay, break that free hand, okay, work that free hand and bang it out and hit the arms, hit the L, you know, but the referee didn't allow none of that. And hey, you know, some referees do allow it, some don't, as we find out.
I was so enveloped in the fight, right? Following what's going on in the ring. Until somebody told me that the ref sent Doc to the dressing room. I didn't even fucking know that because I'm sitting there watching the fight and shit. So I didn't even know that you and the ref had some fucking words. I didn't even know, bro. Well, I was so clued in on the fight.
I said some things to the referee that I probably shouldn't have said. You know, I felt that he was allowing the guy to hold him a little more than he should have. The guy should have been warned or made, you know, I mean, let's face it, man. The guy held a lot, but you know what? Hey, man,
it's tactics. It's tactics, right?
Yeah, it's not the referee's fault. I would have to give most of the credit to the outstanding performance of the opponent. The opponent came prepared. They trained to, hey, we're not going to let this guy bang us up out of there. And you know, I have to give his team props. You know, they prepared him properly. The guy was moving. He didn't sit there and bang it out with D'Angelo because that would have been a terrible mistake. I believe, truthfully, that D'Angelo was in way better shape than Garcia. But D'Angelo, like what we talked about already, he was pacing himself unnecessarily.
I know. Let me just verify what you just said. I know he was. I know for a fact he was. So that, you know, even more reason. Go, motherfucker, go. But it's easy, you know, it's easy on the outside looking in, man. But yeah, I don't take nothing from that kid. I'm a fan of that kid too, man. I like him. I like watching him fight. It's a difference. It's a different reason you watch him fight than you watch D-Lo fight. It's for different appreciation, right? Like I'm be it sparring or boxing, man, I'm used to D-Lo coming. He's coming for your fucking ass trying to get you, right? And that's part of the fun of watching him fight. And then the Garcia kid is slick. Like I said, he's slick and he'll take an angle and slide out that motherfucking shit. So it's a different type of, it's a completely different, which is why it made a great matchup too. Let's see what happens, you know?
And every round was competitive. Every round was close.
Yeah. I think I said that too. Look, them fucking, when they was asking me my scores, I said, but that first half of that fight, fuck, I ain't gonna argue with whoever you pick. You could pick whoever the fuck you want. It's that competitive, and it wasn't no lopsided ass shit. Now, I think after the knockdown, after the waiting and shit, I thought Erickson got in his groove and took the second half of the fight. Absolutely,
which is when D-Lo should have turned it up, not turned it down. I agree.
Right, but again, hindsight, the kid's in there. He's trying to make adjustments. He's seeing things. He's not seeing certain things. Was you, man? It seems like, and I know it's heartbreaking, man, when you have a fucking excellent camp, man. Right? It sounds like all three of y'all was firing on all cylinders. You know, so D-Lo. How you felt, bro? I mean, I know it felt shitty, but when you get home, fuck, you watch the fight. Did it make you say, "Hey, give me back in the fucking ring, man"? How did it make you feel, brother? Oh, I can't hear. Y'all can hear?
Barely.
I can't hear. D-Lo, we can't hear you, baby.
Talk, say something. It's real low, bro. Did you turn it down or something?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Now we can.
Oh, this is great. Now I can't hear y'all.
Can't hear? Just take the microphone off. Take the microphone off and just talk on the radio on the regular phone.
It's still low.
Yeah, just
No,
talk
we
on the
can hear
regular
him.
phone.
We can hear him now.
Oh, okay. D, you good?
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen in and then answer.
You can
But
hear us? You can hear us?
right after the
I don't think you can hear
after
us.
the fight.
Say something, everybody.
Yo,
Yeah,
You can hear us?
yeah. I just gotta get close. I'm having
All
some
right, go ahead.
technical difficulty. But yeah, right after the fight, it felt the worst after watching it and seeing that I really had a lot left in the gas tank, and then watching it and seeing how much I started trying to box instead of trying to go in and finish the job. Cause we knew we had to get a knockout. We knew he was gonna be moving. We knew, he was gonna be a slick guy. But he was a lot smarter than I thought too. Giving him credit. He don't allow you to get in, and he attacks best when when an inside fighter is coming in on the inside, and then he hit that little maneuver like you said. But just knowing I could have done more is probably the worst part. But I feel like I learned a lot at this camp that I can use, and that's gonna actually push me a lot further.
What I'm hearing is exactly what I needed to hear. You understood that there was a technical aspect of adjustment that needed to be done or not do. And that's what a fighter should understand from a loss. You should feel like, okay, I could have did this better or that better. If you know that, then you know how to fix it. When a fighter don't understand that, it's basically when he's fucked. When he goes back to the drawing board and say, I don't know what the fuck happened. We got a problem now. But if you could sit back and look at the fucking fight and go, okay, I did take off the gas. I told Doc earlier today, I said, Doc, I'm a very conservative trainer, meaning I'm never happy with what's going on in that round, right? And if a round's close, in my mind, we lost, right? In my mind, we lost. And now everybody out here could say, what the fuck you talking about? Listen, that's how I do it, right? We lost this round. You got to go get this next one back. And then I go back and watch with my nerves. I say, oh, shit. Oh, we did good. We dominated that fight. But I'm looking for that perfection that we was building in the camp, right? We all building the camp saying, this is how we going to whoop this motherfucker or knock him out or whatever. So you expect that outcome. So I'm always conservative in the ring. And when I look back and I see we did well or we learned something, that's the key, man. Because if you leave a fight, man, and go, fuck, I made the mistake. Well, you could fix you. You could fix you. You can't fix that other motherfucker. If you leave the fight going, this motherfucker's just better than me in every fucking way. I'm never going to beat him. Well, that's a beat fighter. A fighter who goes, oh, man, I did start waiting. I had X amount in the tank. Yeah, motherfucker, we fucked up. He didn't do shit. We fucked up. Well, if we fucked up, we can fix it, right? You get in the fucking gym. And I think that's the difference between guys who take a loss and keep ginning and still become successful, become a world champion, all that, and the guys who don't, who's predicated on bullshit, get 14, 15 wins and lose, and then you never see them again, right? Because they shit probably was built on bullshit anyway. They just never fought nobody who's going to get in that ass and give them some resistance. So that's imperative. I'm glad to hear that, bro. I'm glad to hear that's how you're looking at it. Nah, man, what the fuck happened? I like to get on the chalkboard. What the fuck we did wrong? Because if we didn't do it, there's a problem, right? We can't fix it. But if we did it, we fucked up. We can fix that shit, man.
Yeah,
you could adjust.
That was a winnable fight. That was that fight with the game plan. That was a close competitive fight, and I think we could have pulled it off. If we would have went out there and just mad and stayed with the game plan, but different shit. Little stuff. what he
Well,
thought, how he
like-
felt on the 10th round, and going 10 rounds. But we should have won that fight. You know what I mean? We give him credit, but he didn't do nothing spectacular that I didn't know that he was going to do. He's done that every time I see him. He moves around. He throw his little, he throws a little combination. He tries to win the last 10 seconds. He smiles at the end. He gets cocky. He'll throw some real punches, real clear punches, so the judges could see it. And then he tries to steal the rounds. So everything that he did, we know he was doing. That he was gonna do. We just didn't do what we were supposed to.
We were prepared for a fight.
Right.
And it turned into a boxing match. Our game plan was to pound him up out of there, and we thought it was going to be a lot of in close fighting. D'Angelo was supposed to be D'Angelo, how he normally fights. We discussed it. We know you can box. This is not the time to try to show off your boxing skills. Let's bang him up out of there. And
well, I heard you say something a little earlier, man, that fuck, bro. I couldn't agree more. You said, man, D'Angelo was supposed to punch this motherfucker in the shoulder and the fucking bicep and the arm. Yes.
I just
That's
felt
what you
every
gotta
time I got close, we got broken up. So I
but guess what?
Mentally switched my game plan.
Right, and that's what you can't allow, right? Because every motherfucker fight got a ref in it. Some of them are competent, some of them are incompetent. It's our job, meaning y'all job, to fucking adjust and deal with the fact that, okay, so now I can't break his fucking arm, but I get one good shot on that motherfucker before that ref gets, you know what I'm saying? Being cognizant of that. Stay ready boxing TV.
Watching the fight, I said that's the main thing that stood out. It's like it's an easy fix once I get my legs working the right way. Get that little skip in, skip out real quick.
My man,
yeah.
Mac from Stay Ready Boxing said, Keys, you did a good job. Salute to you for giving us a great fight Saturday. That's Mac from Stay Ready Boxing, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, I feel like if you listen, bro, and I told Doc this shit, man. There's no greater fighter. Man, look, boxing was perfected in 1937 when Joe Louis started kicking people's ass. And I'm gonna tell you something. Joe Louis lost before he ever became heavyweight champion of the world, right? Joe Louis went back to the fucking gym and said, I can't believe I let that motherfucker throw that right hand over my lead like that, man. And he fixed that shit and he destroyed him. And the motherfucker was a world champion for a decade. And that ain't gonna never be fooled with. And so I say that to say this: whenever kids lose that can fight, right? I just want them to recognize, man, you better know the legacy of this thing. You better know that these great fucking fighters, man, felt like you, went home and said, fuck. You think Joe Louis didn't feel like that when Schmeling knocked him the fuck out? I bet you he felt like he let down his mama and everybody else. But he went to that gym. Definitely. He went to that gym and said, okay, never again, motherfucker. Not you anyway. You ain't gonna get me. And and I love fighters to understand and make sure they understand it and fighting guys. And I'm not saying you need to hear that D-Lo from me or nothing, but I'm saying when good fighters who fight, man, you gonna shake that shit and get back in the mix, bro. You just gotta make the adjustments and figure out what it is and get to the drawing board and do it, man. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Quentin publicly, man, on the fucking on the commentary, bro. He said this to me in person, but he said it on the fucking mic. And you know, Bob is my dude. Aaron's my dude, right? This is my dudes over there in Maine too, just like y'all my dudes. And Quentin was telling me in the gym, man, fuck out of here, man. D-Lo's finna murder this dude. I said, Q. I said, man, this kid can fight you, bro. Yeah, I know he can fight. Watch. I said, okay. So the night of the show, before he got Jiffy, Jiffy trains with Garcia. she was like, yeah. So she asked Quentin on the mic, what's gonna happen tonight? Quentin said, man, D'Angelo's gonna smoke this fucking dude. I said, this is crazy, man. I said he was so confident, but I'm gonna tell you something. When this fight was made, and I seen y'all do the face off at the baseball park, right? I was so excited about the fight when I heard about it. I was polling motherfuckers and everything that know y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth, guys. I have no other reason except to tell you the truth. Man, this fight was like 50-50 to everybody. I got just as many people telling me that D-Lo was going to whoop Garcia as people who say Garcia was going to whoop D-Lo. And I said that always makes for a great fight, man. Here we got two Houston boys, bro, that's fitting to go at it at home for a title. I said, man, I was so fucking excited for that. That's why I'm saying I didn't even see the shit with Doc. I didn't even see the shit, bro. I was looking at the fight, man. And to tell y'all the truth, I didn't pick because I didn't know, bro. I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen, man. And I couldn't gauge nobody. I couldn't gauge what was going. You know how if you ask 100 people and 90 motherfuckers tell you this guy's gonna win, okay, they know something. They know something, but everybody I asked had a different opinion about this fight. Who you know in Houston, people who seen y'all fight, man. So
yeah.
The drawing board, get back, get right. What's the plan, man? What's the new move? Did y'all even have time to talk about it yet? I mean, we only fucking 5 days away.
Not yet. Just been relaxing. It's actually my birthday today, so
happy birthday,
been
brother.
Chilling probably the rest of the week. Probably be back in the gym sometime Monday, Tuesday next week.
Doc,
what up, though?
Hey, bro, you full-time manager now? That's what you're doing? Or what?
I mean, I train when I can. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair. First of all, I've been in this game for a very, very long time, and I know what I bring to the table, but I also know that this is a very, very serious business. And if you're not able to do it full-time, then it is time to not be selfish and pass it on to someone else. I love him too much. I love him like a son. So I'm not gonna put in half the work, because if you put in half the work, you're gonna get half. You know, we want 100%. So I'm busy, man. I'm running businesses. I'm in and out of town a lot and stuff like that. You know, unfortunately, I wasn't able to put in the 100% like I really, really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something, man. We really, really, really came prepared. That's why it showed.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe
that. He got knocked down. He jumped right back up, fought that guy. The guy came in to kill. And I actually thought that D'Angelo won the next round because the guy, Garcia, had spent himself.
He shook it off.
You know, D-Lo shook it off and came in that next round, and I thought he won that next round. But here's the deal. It didn't go our way. All respect goes to Garcia and his team. D'Angelo did not fight his best. It really, I mean, he may have been in the best shape, but mentally, and it was our job. It was our job to make sure that he kept it together. And,
right.
And he was very hard on himself. He and I, we've spoken about the fight multiple times before and after he watched the fight. And he's kicking himself because he knows what we went through and what we prepared for. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I agree with everything that Rene was telling him. I didn't have to do anything. Rene was telling him. Maybe Rene could have been a little bit more forceful like I am, because I get in the motherfucking face and I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Where are you kicking? You know, but Rene learned on that as well. Like sometimes we were just talking, Rene and I, we were just talking about the, hey, G, maybe sometimes, man, like, you know, maybe I should have been a little bit more forceful. Maybe I should have, you know, put a little fire underneath his ass. But look, D'Angelo, he didn't fight his fight and he still looked fabulous. And it was a fabulous fight. And we just came out on the wrong end. You know what I mean? We didn't come out, you know, with the W. And I'm sure that he'll move on. He'll learn from this. He has learned from this. We all have. And I'm sure that we'll, you know, do much better in the future.
For sure, man. I was asking that because I didn't know if you had other fighters or you just at management wise, or is just D-Lo's the main?
We've you know, Rene will tell you, D'Angelo will tell you, man, I get really good offers all the time. And in fact, I was just talking to Forrest. I told him I'm gonna start picking up some more fighters. You know what I'm saying? My goal was to concentrate on him and to get him in this position. In fact, man, can you imagine the wonderful position we would have been in winning this belt? You know, before you know it, man, we would have been fighting for the world title.
Yeah, that's a world ranking. As soon as you get it, that's a world ranking, man.
So yeah, I'm getting ready to expand. We're getting ready. You know, my money is starting to get right again, and I'm recovering from a lot of unfortunate things that have happened to me in the past. But yeah, we can ready to make some plays.
Rene, I know me myself, brother, and I say this publicly and to everybody, man. I learn something every time we perform, bro, and I've been training fighters 25 years now, bro. So I learn something every time. And to what Doc was saying about the maybe, you know, hooting and hollering. I know me myself, I'm not that kind of coach, right? So I think that depends on the fighter, though. If the fighter utilizes that, that's what it takes to get him where you just gotta fill that fucking spot, right? But what was the biggest learning experience you had with this fight as a trainer?
I think maybe the mental, you know, I went through it the whole next day, man. I almost couldn't sleep because we all put a lot into it. So, you know, I was thinking, where did we go wrong? And, you know, I noticed that little things make big differences. Just little tweaks could have got us there. So, you know, making adjustments on the fly. And I think the directions, you know, when I look back at the directions are good, maybe the delivery was a little whack.
So basically, we lost him. Somebody called his phone. Watch. He the only motherfucker that didn't put the do not disturb on. Yes. What happened? You got a call?
Yeah. You got a call. Who got a call?
Oh, I thought you got a call.
I didn't get a call.
You just lost a signal.
No, I didn't get a call.
Ahead. All right, go ahead.
Lost it. But I thought, you know, we do. You know, I was trying to keep D-Lo. I noticed one thing in training camp. D-Lo, sometimes he likes to think. And
say it again. You cut out, brother.
I said, D-Lo, I noticed in camp, and I noticed sometimes D-Lo performs best when he's thinking, when he's clear-minded. And sometimes I need to bring him there. You know, when he's overly going too hard and he's not being clear, I have to refresh, breathe, think, get your head, you know, think about what you're doing. I had to remind him, okay, see the whole picture, step back and think. So a lot of times I had to bring him back, you know, and I would bring him back in camp, and I've noticed that when I would do that to him, that he would perform better and he would do the rounds better, and he would come out the ring and say, man, I needed that. I needed you to keep reminding me. I needed you to, you know, so I wasn't trying to go too crazy on him. And now that now I'm thinking as a coach, maybe I should have stepped it up and started, hey, you know, yelling and getting on his ass. But that's something that I need to kind of go, should I not? And, you know, so D-Lo learned something here, and I learned also as a coach. I picked up on a couple of things, and those are adjustments that you make with your fighter. And then you go, hey, remember what happened last time? You know, we're not doing that no more. We know that we're in shape. We know what we, you know, and it's something that you go through, and you got to go through that to get to the top, you know?
I hate that fucking buzz phrase, yo. That new buzz. You know, every fucking couple of years, it's a new catchphrase, right? And I hate that motherfucking trust the process shit everybody says, right? But when you getting in shape and you are in shape, you definitely gotta trust that you in shape in a fight. You gotta know, hey, motherfucker, you in shape, bro. Fight. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight. Trust that we didn't do all that fucking work for nothing. You see what I'm saying? But again, you learn, you process, and you fucking make adjustments and do better next time. But it all starts with, in my opinion, guys, the same way I just said, the fighter got to accept his responsibility for what he did. The trainer got to accept his responsibility, because that's how you get better, right?
Exactly.
I listen, bro. I don't tell nobody I'm the best, this is that, and the third. You know why? Because if you say something valuable, got that, taking that with me. Because this shit here, this is like a fumble tackle, man. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no fucking courses and shit. Like these fake ass coaches that say they boxing coaches and they practicing on these fucking kids and the amateurs and shit. Motherfucker, you ain't no fucking trainer. You ain't got enough time in. Because I'm sitting here telling you with my time, man, I still learn every fucking time, bro. Right? Every fucking time I learn something. And be it in the ring, be it in the boardroom, be it on the phone making a deal, I'm learning something all the fucking time. And I think but it's important to know that so that you can get better as a trainer, manager, fighter, whatever the case you may be. If you come to that bitch saying, now I ain't talking about the shit you know. The shit you know. You're supposed to say, I know that shit. But when you learn something and you pick up something, man, okay, add this to the house, man. Put that brick in the house, man, so we can fucking be better the next time. And that's imperative in order to grow, bro. That's the only way you get better, man.
That's what, in Detroit, when I go down there with G, he knows all the coaches, all the old school old men coaches. They've been there forever. And we get to go to all the boxing gyms. And they, them old coaches like to spit game. I shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, man. Hey.
And listen, I get excited and G and them, they going off and I'm listening, trying to just pick something up, trying to get me better.
Rene, my pa, and my uncle who built me, this was his move. Say, boy, you can't learn nothing with your mouth moving. So I shut the fuck up. Like I'm trying to suck this shit up, man. Because first of all, what opinion I'm gonna give a 60-year vet in the game who's proven is much more valuable to me to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people all the time, yeah, I got my time, man, and I ain't all that old. But I don't just I don't just slide the fucking chair out for anybody either, though. Even at my level, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker. I don't give you a seat at my fucking table. Who the fuck are you, man? And that's how I feel with the older guy. I'm like, man, if they tell me anything, I'm sucking it up, bro, because I ain't trying to run that shit off at all, man, at all. These guys are proven, man.
One other thing though, and I know, hey, look, we lost, so that shit sucks. Don't get this shit twisted, okay? But I'm really proud. I'm really proud of D'Angelo. He put on a hell of a fucking show, man. I'm talking about he came out better than he did going in. I mean, the motherfucker now he's an experienced fighter. He did the 10 rounds. He know that he can do more.
It's just a lateral movement. That's all. We got to take a side step and figure something else. That's all. That's all. Listen.
And he lost to a worthy opponent. I mean, the guy's undefeated. He a bad motherfucker. I mean, and look, D-Lo picked up stars, picked up ranking. I mean, and he's a much
feel like I'm gonna grow a lot from this fight.
Let me ask you this. Doc, Rene, this is for y'all too. And let our fighter just sit there and listen. Was he ever not trying to win that fight? Exactly. Boom. Fighting man. Hey, this motherfucker wasn't never laying down and shit in the bed and trying not to fucking win.
It was a very close fight.
Yeah, he was never trying not to fucking win the fight, man. And guess what? I just told you. If Joe Louis could lose, you think fucking D'Angelo Keys can't lose? You out your fucking mind? But is he gonna grow from it like Joe Louis? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. And I never seen Man, hell, when the kid got hurt, I never seen him crawfish. He didn't get up and crawfish and be like, "Oh, I don't want to fight." Nah, this motherfucker's banging back, bro. Hey, this motherfucker's gonna be straight. It's just, it's a backward step that you got to sidestep now and figure out the next move. And believe you me, now's the time to switch the game like this. Here, you gonna have motherfuckers who's out there 14, 15 and old who shouldn't be in the ring with a D'Angelo Keys, but watch the offers now, right? Because they think. So now you might even make a little coin too, and position yourself and whooping these motherfuckers' ass, bro. This game, bro. What you say, Rene?
It's an expensive lesson, you know. You take that loss, but you gotta learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and we learned it. And I know D'Angelo goes 10 rounds next time. He's gonna have no doubt he can do 15, especially if we go through that kind of camp. So
hey, this shit,
that's gonna be out the way. You know what I mean?
This shit ain't for everybody, bro. This is when you find out who it's for. Right? It's what they call them dogs, man. I don't know if y'all know about them dogs. I ain't never fight no dogs. I just know about fighting. You know them top dogs. Yeah. As long as he's winning, that bitch is a monster. He's biting everything in the world. Soon he got to fight from underneath a motherfucker, though. That bitch a cur. He's gonna hop out that fucking pit. And that's why I say this shit ain't for everybody, bro. You learn. We know world champions. World champions. People thought was world beaters. Soon as they lost a fight, where they at? You don't see them no more. Because you know why? They was on top. They was on top fighters. Nah, bro. This shit ain't for the this shit ain't for the faint of heart, bro. And I'm telling you that D-Lo, we already know we all fan. Y'all as trainers. I'm a fan. I know the kid's gonna be straight. You just got to get back in the lab, make some adjustments, and figure out the path back. Because you got to get back to this in order to get to the next one, right? So you got to figure that path out, man. That's all. Just take work, bro.
I was the biggest way of myself. I was in my own way, so. Watching that, it gave me all the reassurance.
That's imperative, bro. Damn, I like hearing that, man, because that's imperative, bro. That's what's gonna give you the ability to succeed and do what you gotta do, man. I tell you what, guys. I appreciate y'all coming on through. If y'all got something else we want to say, man, let's get it out there. I know D'Angelo.
One thing that we didn't mention, man. I want to thank Mike James, Joe, Forrest, Washington, of course. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Those guys gave us an opportunity, man. Yeah. Next fight up. I mean, we have represented them all over, you know. So, you know, I'm really grateful that they gave us an opportunity. Hey, man, those guys took a big ass risk, and you know, I want to just let the world know, hey, these boys are coming, man. They doing a great job, and I appreciate that. And El Tigre as well. I mean, they co-promoted the show.
Right,
so
right.
I definitely want to say that. And hats off to the winners, man. They had a hell of a team, man. Like you said, Bobby, Aaron, and all of the above. I mean, they main should be proud of that kid. He did a good job.
Lecho, Hollywood, all them boys, man. Yeah, man. They got a hell of a squad, bro. They got a hell of a squad, man, and they did their thing that night. And the promotion was great. They pushed it. The fight was great. Again, this is just, you can't, like you said, he came out with something. You ain't left this motherfucker no sucker. You know what I'm saying? You left this motherfucker. All right, we know what to do. And that's what it is, man. And I'm gonna be excited to see the first fight back, man. Especially if he's, here. I hope to be calling it and shit, man. And y'all already know, man. I fuck with all of y'all, bro. Soon we get another fight, hit me up, man. Let's go live. Let's sell that shit. Let's tell everybody. You get some other fighters. I don't give a fuck, man. Let me know. Y'all got an open door, bro. The carpet's out, bro. Anytime, man.
Thank you for having us, brother.
We're gonna make those adjustments. We're going to come back stronger.
I believe it, bro. I ain't selling wolf tickets, bro. I believe it, man. If y'all don't know nothing about me, I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. Shit, I like when I hurt somebody's feelings anyway. I tell the truth. I appreciate y'all, fellas, man. That was some good stuff.
West Side,
I
man. West
appreciate
Side.
it.
Go on.
I love it.